is Anushi and I'm from Misti. Misti is on a mission to provide rapid protection of life-saving medicines via lung delivery system. Actually, Misti started with me when I was 7 years old, growing up in a remote part of this world. Similar age to my daughter sitting in the audience today. I actually suffered from significant needle which meant that administering simple medicines were quite challenging. So I set out my last 15 years of my career to find a really key market gap to fill this need. And it turns out that I was not alone. There are children in the 5 minutes that I'm going to be up here, close to 9 children miss out on such basic protection. But fundamentally, respiratory protection needs to change. Why? Because there are emerging respiratory viruses that we do not have solutions at the moment. And I'm bringing it close to home. We've launched a recent survey. This is mums from Victoria talking about their children. So we really need to change the state of play. At Misti, we have a solution that's low cost and innovative and safe and effective. It's built on acoustic technology, or basically fundamentally a high frequency form of sound waves, to delicately interact with biomolecules or emerging therapies to break up the surface tension to form this really beautiful soft mist that's safe. We're focusing on RSV because there's a critical need at the moment, but we can be expanding to influenza and other COVID-19, other respiratory diseases for which there are still currently issues for. Misti is the only device in the market that concertedly 4 key dimensions of lung delivery effective at a low cost, and it's a scalable solution. It's a bit like shutting the door on the virus upon entry. There's no point mopping the viruses in the lung. It's a bit like mopping the kitchen when your front door is wide and open and it's dirty, so it's a bit like closing the door. And so we are able to pretty much reach the deeper pockets of the lung really effectively to get key biomolecules into the lung in a way that doesn't actually harm them. For the market of nebulizers, we're targeting all nebulizers. We want to replace all nebulizers because we think we have a value proposition here. But we're going conservative in terms of the first entry or a beachhead market being RSV. This is just in Australia at 150 million, but the global market sits at a $26 billion market, but it is growing. And I'm pleased to say that we've received a testimonial from Kathleen Karika, who invented mRNA vaccines to support these solutions. It's a pretty exciting milestone for us. Through the MedTech Actuator, we've learned and we've grown, and it's really shaped our go-to-market strategy. So we're really at the stage of an MVP, and we've got a research prototype, and we're going to launch a consumer device, which is a Class 1 medical device, really at the beginning of 2024, with the goal of planning a first-in-human trial in New Zealand, and we're going for regulatory approval and launch the medical-grade Misti. So Misti has 2 key revenue channels. The first is our pilot Misti, which is basically going to be which is a consumer device, and you've got your medical-grade Misti, which is 2 key revenue channels within that, and that's your targeting your hospitalised children with RSV, and within that, that's a $5.3 million revenue model every year, and the nebules, which are basically your refill packs, will generate an additional revenue of $2 million. What have we done so far? So it builds on 15 years of R&D research, which includes my postdoc and my PhD career to date, and we've been lucky to have great supporters, including the MedTech Actuator, Actuator and MCN, to support us on our journey. And we are a small, mighty team. I've got 2 brilliant associates here in the team as well. We span across from research, marketing, legal and finance, and biomedical engineering, including myself. And I've been a scientist at the Royal Children's Hospital for the last 10 years. And my advisors, they're all world leading in their space, which is amazing. So I'm lucky to have advisors both in Australia and also in the United States. And also RSV specialists, clinicians that are on board, ready to support our journey. So I'm confident to say we're the team to pull this project off globally. What are we doing now? So we're supported by IDU Group as last year's Building Better Futures Challenge winners. So they're a proactive development partner, which will help us develop that prototype ready for manufacturing. We're in discussion with key opinion leaders, ongoing discussions with distributors as well, to try and get our production in line as per our plan. So our ask today is really, we are planning to open a few funding rounds, so support, watch out. I would love to talk to you if that's of interest to you, or if you know us with somebody that you think might be interested in supporting our journey, please follow us. I've got our QR code in here for our LinkedIn profile. So Misti will stand here until all children could otherwise be protected will not be left behind. So thank you all.